For our thesis, this demonstrates the richness and diversity of early Christian theology, as well as the intellectual challenges faced by Christians in defending their faith against competing philosophical and religious systems. To paraphrase our thesis, we mean to say that the writings of figures like Origen, Lactantius, and Saint Irenaeus showcase the complexity and variety of theological perspectives within early Christianity. Additionally, these writings highlight the difficulties early Christians encountered as they sought to articulate and defend their beliefs in the face of opposing philosophical and religious ideas. One key point from De Principiis by Origen is his exploration of the pre-existence of souls. Origen posits that souls exist before their embodiment in physical bodies and suggests a hierarchical order of souls based on their moral standing or spiritual progression. This concept of pre-existence influenced subsequent Christian theological discussions on the nature of the soul and the doctrine of creation. In other words, it discusses the idea that souls exist before they inhabit physical bodies. Souls have a pre-existing state and introduces the notion of a hierarchy among souls based on their moral status or spiritual development. This concept had a significant impact on later Christian thinking about the nature of the soul and how it relates to the process of creation. For the objection, Origen's assertion that souls exist before their embodiment in physical bodies challenges the orthodox Christian belief in the creation of the soul at the moment of conception or birth. According to Christian doctrine, God is the creator of all things, including the human soul. To suggest that soul pre-exists outside of God's creative act implies an alternative source of existence apart from God, which contradicts the foundation belief in God as the sole creator. To answer the objection, Origen's exploration of the pre-existence of souls does not necessarily imply that souls exist apart from God's creative act. Rather, he posits that souls are created by God and then undergo a process of development or progression before being united with physical bodies. In this view, the pre-existence of souls can be understood as a stage within God's creative plan, rather than as a separate source of existence. For the example, imagine an artist planning a masterpiece. Before touching the canvas, the artist envisioned the colors, shapes, and composition in mind. Similarly, Origen suggests that before our physical birth, God envisions our soul like the artist plans the painting. The painting represents our physical existence, born from the artist's vision, just as our souls are created by God's plan.
Point number 2 from De Vera Religione. One key point from De Vera Religione, or on true religion, by St. Augustine is the idea that true religion involves a personal relationship with God, rather than merely following rituals or adhering to external practices. Augustine emphasizes the importance of faith, love, and inner transformation in one's spiritual journey. Supporting of the thesis, Augustine contends that true religion is not solely about outward observances or rituals, but involves a genuine, heartfelt connection with God. He emphasizes the importance of faith and love as the foundation of a sincere relationship with the divine. Augustine also discusses the transformative power of religion, asserting that it should lead to individuals to inner peace, moral growth, and a deeper understanding of God's love. Paraphrase of the point, meaning to say, by focusing on these aspects, Augustine challenges the notion that religious practices are merely about outward appearance and rituals, advocating instead for a more profound and personal engagement with spirituality. Assigned heresies objection to point number 2. Docetism, an early Christian heresy, would likely object to the thesis of the Vera religion by St. Augustine because it denies the full humanity of Jesus Christ. Docetism teaches that Jesus only appeared to have a physical body, and that his crucifixion and suffering were merely illusions. This belief contradicts Augustine's emphasis on the importance of the Incarnation, the belief that Jesus Christ was fully human and fully divine. Team answer to the objection by the heresy. Augustine emphasizes the significance of Jesus' humanity in his teachings on true religion, highlighting the intimate connection between God and humanity through Christ's earthly life, suffering, and sacrifice. Therefore, Docetism's denial of Jesus through humanity would directly oppose Augustine's understanding of authentic religious experience grounded in the reality of the Incarnation. Personal illustrative example. I am a person who grew up in a religious household where attending church services and participating in church was the norm. However, as I matured, I began to question the true meaning of my faith in God. I found myself going through the motions without feeling a genuine connection to God or understanding the deeper significance of our religious practices. But eventually, I embarked on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual exploration. Through reflections, prayers, and studies, I came to realize that true religion wasn't just about outward observances, but about cultivating a personal relationship with the divine. I began to focus more on nurturing my faith through acts of love, compassion, and service to others, rather than simply adhering to religious traditions.
For the insight, overall, the three topics provides insights into the diversity of early Christian thought, the intellectual challenges faced by the Church, and the ways in which theology was shaped. This helps in understanding the development of Christian doctrine and the ongoing conversation between faith and reason in the early Church.
So, for my own insight, these three works contribute to the development of Christian theology by addressing theological controversies, defending orthodox beliefs, and providing insights into the nature of God, faith, and salvation.
For the application, it is essential to approach questions of faith with curiosity, openness, and a willingness to engage with different viewpoints. Rather than accepting beliefs uncritically or dismissing opposing perspectives outright, we can seek to understand the historical, cultural, and theological context that have shaped Christian doctrine over time.
So for my own application, starting today, as I deepen my own understanding of my true faith, I must experience a profound inner transformation. I will always find peace, joy, and a sense of purpose for my own betterment. My religious practice must become more meaningful and authentic as it will flow from a sincere heart and a genuine desire to connect with God. That's all.